welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm excited to get into today's video. Today we're going to see who is craving your love, your attention, your affection right now. We're going to see who's really got you on their mind. So that is our topic. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. Other than that, pause the video if you need more time with the piles. You can always pick more than one pile. We have group 1 with the pink geode. Group 2 with the white geode. Group 3 with the yellow geode. And group 4 with the green geode. So like I said, pause the video if you need more time with the piles, but we're just going to get started. Alright, if you chose group 1 with the pink geode, this is your reading. We're using the Mermaid Tarot for you. Nice. We got the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords. As I cut the deck, very different energies, but it's so interesting how air energy of King of Swords and Queen Cups, water energy is still blue. So different, but similar. Anywho, Spirit, this is for group 1 with the pink stone. Show us who is craving group 1 right now, their love, their affection, their attention. Ooh, we got the very soon card. So this may be a love that hasn't quite manifested yet in your life. There could be a strong transit happening right now, making your manifestation power extremely strong, because we have very soon. At the bottom of this card, it says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So you have a short sliver of time, a small opportunity to co-create and be a part of this process as far as who is craving your love and affection next. I wouldn't be surprised if someone else were to come up because they were just attracted to you, but you could also manifest who you want to be all up in your energy towards you. And that's even better. So you can make sure that, you know, you'd be interested in, you know, So just know that it's a very powerful time for you right now, group 1, and it would be a good idea for you to have a conversation with Spirit tonight. I'm always a write things down kind of person, so that's always what I recommend. I like to write love letters to the universe, love letters to the moon. I'm just a love letters kind of girl. I don't know, whatever. It's a thing. So write, you know, a love letter to Spirit, like, Spirit, this is how I'm feeling. This is what I'm wanting to manifest. This is the kind of experience I want to have, or the kind of person I want to come in. Really get intimate and personal and just be vulnerable, because this is a good time for it. Very soon, very quickly, like within 3 weeks, you know, something, you know, very short. This could come in for you. Spirit, for group 1. So we have the chemistry card. So in terms of the energy that's coming in, whether you manifest it yourself or whether or not this person just comes in on their own, there is a very strong chemistry here. There's a strong magnetic attraction here is what it says at the bottom of the card. So more of that like magnetism wording coming through, with Spirit making it clear, like you can attract this right to your doorstep, even if you don't get out very much, even if you're more of a homebody or an introvert, have a hard time, you know, initiating things or starting conversations. I don't feel like that's going to be any problem. But there's a strong magnetic attraction and a strong chemistry. And I love the chemistry energy because in order to have chemistry, both parties have to equally be involved. So this person is into you and you're into that person as well. We have that confirmation. But look at this. So we have pay attention to the red flags and give your relationship a chance. At the bottom of pay attention to the red flags, it says the signs are cautioning you. So I feel like all of these synchronicities that you've been receiving, or signs and signals, it's not for no reason. Like Spirit is actually trying to let you know, like the energy right now around you is very potent. That's interesting. You guys may be receiving this or feeling this as if spirit is just trying to keep you in the house. Like, you know, as soon as you leave the house, even if it is to go to work, like to do normal stuff, like you may spill coffee all over yourself. Like, what in the world is going on? You know, just have the most random luck where it's like you're walking into the building and you drop your to-go box and all your food comes out. Like, what the, like, you know, like stuff like that. Like spirit may just be showing you. It may feel like spirit is like thwarting your plans. It may feel like spirit is just on you for no reason, but really spirit is just trying to get your attention and get you to take this seriously, because I feel like you have, you know, gone on your own journey with manifestation. I feel like manifestation has been a big part of your life and your journey, but at some point the manifestation stopped working. So maybe you tried to force it and then, you know, things didn't work out, but that wasn't coming from a place of true power. So spirit is saying like, listen, you didn't have to, you know, have that experience and feel that way now. This is the time it was always, you know, supposed to happen or going to happen. So you may have tired yourself out or developed some negative beliefs in terms of manifestation, keeping you from wanting to believe in it or keeping you from wanting to try in the present moment. But spirit is saying like some of that may be your own doing. Spirit is really wanting you to give this relationship a chance. And spirit's like, listen, we're sending you these signs and signals because the energy is potent. We're not sending these signs and signals to deceive you. So with pay attention to the red flags, for a lot of you, I feel like that may be talking about your own ego or your own self-sabotaging behavior, your own shadow. Your shadow wants to cling on to this belief that you got to hustle, hustle, hustle. If you want something, you got to go get it. And as a child of God, as a child of the divine, spirit says, no, that is not true. Gifts are a thing. You give gifts and I give gifts, and the universe will give you gifts. There will be gifts of time, gifts of season, gifts of, you know, all sorts of gifts that you'll, you know, have in your life. So your shadow's like kind of biting spirit's head out. Not really, but there's definitely some sort of power struggle happening internally. And it's affecting love from, you know, really being able to come in too easily. We have trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith is what it says at the bottom of that card. So let's pull some more romance cards and see what's coming in. But right away, spirit's kind of like trying to pull your attention towards this underlying issue that's been like a black cloud over you for a long time. Spirit, who is craving their love, their attention, their affection? You guys honestly may be a little crossed up, and I hate to say it, and I'm not like a negative type of reader that's always looking for the ops in the spiritual warfare, so that's how I know like that's actually the message, because my mind just never goes there. I never entertain that stuff really, but we have jealousy and time out, so I am getting an energy that you may be crossed up right now. You would benefit from doing some clearing work, some vanishing work. If there's like a generational curse on you, that's a different kind of working. But if you know where this energy is coming from, like if someone sent you, you know, any evil eye, or if you know that you're crossed up, yeah, I would definitely do some clearing work, some road opening work, some uncrossing work, or have someone do it for you. I sell manifestation candles and I offer custom spell work on my Etsy shop, so I'm always down to help. But if you're witchy at all, get on that, because with jealousy and time out, I'm like, ugh, spirit, can we get to like who's craving their love and attention and affection? These readings, this style of reading typically is very seamless. And I keep getting like, ugh, the people around you like a thorn in your side, and their energy is powerful enough to overtake your reading, meaning I know they're running over you in real life and giving you hell. So let's resolve this. Even if it's your own shadow self or your own ego self-sabotaging, or with your outmoded beliefs that don't serve you, even if it's you, like you really want to uncross yourself, because we have jealousy and time out. Like that's an energy of, I'm like, spirit, who's craving their love and affection? Spirit's like, they got haters in the way and they're in time out right now, or they're crossed up, or they're blocked from love right now. Tell them about that so they can actually experience love and affection, instead of getting another reading and it not manifest, because we're not addressing like the true tea of what spirit is showing us. So We have use your intuition and friends with benefits. For some of you, it may be that you have been intimate with someone who's been intimate with a lot of people, a lot of dark people, like people who are in the streets, people who are negative, who have dark energy. You may be from two different kind of walks of life. You know, someone you've dealt with in the past, it seems like you were in two different wavelengths and you knew you shouldn't have messed with them probably, or maybe you were young and didn't know or just unaware. But this could be this could be a friend too. I would go so far as to say this could even be a coworker that you spent a lot of time around, because if, like, say for an example, you work at a Starbucks, you're walking in the same 20 feet as 5 other people. Yeah, for 8 hours in a high stress environment with all these other customers coming in with their energy. Yes, you very much so need to practice your spiritual protection in certain environments and working like that, because you could get all tied up in someone else's BS and it really has nothing to do with you. But we have used your intuition. So for those of you who are like, where is this coming from? Or I don't know, you could always just do like a cord cutting and some uncrossing work anonymously, like for whoever's, you know, tied to you. But Spirit is saying you should know, you should be able to use your intuition and know who this is talking about. For some of you, it's a FWB, a friends with benefits from the past, that still has ties to you in some way. Okay, Spirit, damn. We have the clean the clutter card. You know what is going on, okay? I use 2 straight up romance decks, and Spirit is giving us like the least romantic cards. We have clean the clutter. So you know what Spirit is on. You know what Spirit is trying to say. Let's see if I can get some more about, you know, what will come through after everything is all cleared up. But yeah, you know, it's one of those times where you really want to just do the clearing, get the work done, untie yourself, unjinx yourself, so that you can have like a fun life, so that you can have, you know, positive romantic experiences, so you can live your life without something always getting in the way or carrying around that, you know, bad luck. So we have the 9 of Wands and the Strength card in reverse. I really kind of feel like Spirit is kind of saying, like, we're not exactly in the position to tap into. I would say watch this and another pile so you can see what will come after the fact. Because I keep trying to tap in and Spirit is not playing no games. We got Judgment and the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like right now Spirit is trying to get you to focus on yourself. Spirit is like, you know, you can pull your little cards for your love reading all you want, but we're going to talk about the message that needs to be channeled to them. Thank you. Like, okay. But we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Judgment card here. A Judgment card is a call to action, which I feel like the spread has been up into this point. But it's towards, you know, the Queen of Pentacles, like your own self-value. There may be something out of alignment with your self-value, making it hard for you to show up in a way that attracts something better. We also have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So you may be really fighting against like this new version of yourself that's trying to pop out. But the Queen of Wands is all about embodiment. It's about, it's fire energy. It's about what you're passionate about. It's about growth and expansion, evolution. The Queen of Wands will burn it all down and build it all again if she needs to. So I feel like some of you also may be called to some sort of aesthetic change or some sort of big, like it feels big, a lifestyle change. And Spirit is like, if that doesn't happen, if you don't answer that call to action, Queen of Pentacles, step, you know, into your higher self, a higher version of yourself. Queen of Wands, that's in alignment with who you truly are and your passions. It ain't gonna be nothing that's gonna manifest, that's gonna be worth a damn. And I'm just like, sometimes that's what it is. We have the Sun in reverse, the 9 of Wands, and the Strength card in reverse. Like, That's not the best energy. I mean, Nine of Wands isn't so bad because that lets me know that you have a lot of grit and a lot of purpose and you want it. But I just feel like Sun card in reverse, like someone is like really like dampening the parade. I don't even know. Like, it's just like, what is going on? It's something. Strength card in reverse that you may not be able to handle on your own. Again, it could be a generational curse. Spirit, can you show us the type of person that you want for group 1? Can we get that? We have the shapeshifter. It says skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, the ability to see the potential in everything. Spirit wants you with a boss. Spirit wants you with a shapeshifter, someone who can be nurturing when they need to, but someone who can be like ambitious and focused when they need to. Someone who knows how to stop spending when times are tough. Someone who knows how to let go of the money on a family vacation. Someone who is a person of good character. Someone who doesn't stress their family out but wants to add to their family, that wants to add to their partner. Someone who can have a casual conversation with you and a deep conversation with you, and then whisper sweet nothings in your ear all night. Like, Spirit wants you with the full package, a shapeshifter, someone who doesn't just have one purpose. And it seems like Spirit is trying to get you to focus on who you really are. So maybe you've been focusing on one aspect. Maybe you've been focusing too much on money, because there's this focus towards like true value and who you really are, Queen of Wands. And if you're struggling with your sense of self, that means you're performing for someone. Like, the way that you currently live or look right now, it benefits someone. So who are you embodying for, dressing for? The workforce? Because baby, the workforce will fire you tomorrow. And you feel bad if you don't give a 2 weeks notice. Okay? Like, there's a power, like they don't care. Let me not start ranting, but it's just like Spirit is saying, who are you living for? Because you're not, some of you aren't living for you. It's not authentic. And Spirit's like, listen, I want you to have the whole picture, not just the person with the money or the person, you know, that can validate you, with the person that can also challenge you and give you everything. We have the Don Juan. So some of you guys are worried about physical intimacy, and Spirit is like, listen, I want that for you too. I don't want you with no square. I want you with someone who's fun, adventurous, someone who, you know, does it for you, someone who makes you feel that fire, that internal heat, like, ugh, I just want to, you know, pounce. Like, Spirit wants you to have that. Spirit wants you to get all of it. Spotlights your positive seductive qualities is what it says on the Don Juan. So Spirit wants you with someone who is proud of you and your sensuality and your relationship that you have with yourself and your look and your beliefs and your style. Spirit wants you to be with someone who supports you. So it's not a matter of Spirit being like, oh no, you don't get to have any fun, you're sitting in timeout. It's a matter of you're crossed up, you need to uncross yourself so that you can actually have progress and start living. Some of you guys may be used to overworking, hustling, and running yourself ragged. And the only time you allow yourself to feel pleasure is when you're laid out because you done worked too hard. So now you caught a cold that's really sitting you down that you can't undo because you were doing too much, or you were running back and forth, you know, so much at work that, and you took on so many shifts that you can't even use your legs this weekend. That's the only time you feel happy. Like, Spirit is saying there is something going on here with your priorities being out of alignment, or like your value system out of alignment. And Spirit's like, we got to address this Judgment card, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Like, you're better than this. You deserve so much more than this. And you're all hella crossed up. So let's just deal with it. And then we can move on. And then we have the Rescuer. So Spirit is saying, like, listen, I will help you and I want to help you. I will put someone in your path. I want to put someone in your path that will rescue you, that can be a safe space for you, someone who can take care of you and who will take care of you. But you got to get in alignment with them. And I feel like that's ultimately the problem here. There's a lot of, you know, like, feelings of, you know, being kind of like, you know, just like I said, crossed up. But ultimately it kind of boils down to, when it comes to like romance benefiting, being out of alignment. And spirit is kind of like showing us it's going to be more of like a process than an instant thing. Like this is something you can't just like, oh, I believe this now. Like your actions are going to betray you. Your actions are going to tell on you. Your actions are still going to be in alignment with whatever it is you truly believe, or whatever it is truly embedded, like in your unconscious, your subconscious, or your shadow self, your deeper self. So you won't even always know. But spirit does want you with someone who helps you and helps you. I'm feeling an energy for some of you. You may take care of your family, or you want to send your family money back home. I'm hearing like for some of you, you want to be able to like buy your mom a house, or, you know, provide for your family in some way. And spirit wants you, you know, to be coupled up with someone who can help you do that. The rescuer says provides strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. Spirit is like, listen, I want you to be with someone who's selfless, someone who cares about you just as much as you care about them, and someone who will sacrifice just as much as you will, because you sacrifice so much, you know, and everyone's just been weighing on you. You're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, and spirit is like, let's start living for you, you know, Queen of Wands. And it's going to take a huge adjustment, and there will be sometimes like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but you'll make progress. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 2 with the white geode, this is your reading. We're using Miss Cleo's Tarot Power deck for you today. And we're going to see, ooh, mysterious, bottom of the deck, the moon. Mystery. Piscean energy, Cancerian energy. We're going to see, Spirit, this is for group 2 with the white stone. Who is craving their love and affection, their attention right now? For group 2. Oof. You know, that's so funny because Make the Effort was one of the cards that tried to bounce out before. And we have Express Your Love and heart-to-heart conversations. So the Make the Effort card didn't come all the way out, but there's still like this energy of the person who is craving your love and affection right now. You know very much so who this is, and it's someone you've been flirting with back and forth. I don't know what way. It could be online. It can be in person. It could be at work. It could be at school. It can be, you know, wherever. But this is someone who's been in your energy for a while. Some of you may have tried to forget about this person or avoid them, but they keep coming up in your mind. And it's like, what the hell, universe? I feel like that's mutual. I feel like that's a mutual thing you're both experiencing at this time. This seems to be triggering you a little bit too. We got attraction at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, the feelings are mutual. Okay, let's talk about it. So we have Express Your Love. It says, go ahead and make the romantic gesture, heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. I definitely feel like there was some sort of period where there was some triggering. And honestly, it doesn't feel like things got super bad between you and this person. It feels like though this person did remind you of a very negative experience from the past. We have the Forgiving and Learning card, almost making me feel like you're having to consciously ground yourself back into the moment and say, this is not that person who would bother me in middle school. Like, I feel like there's a triggering happening because of something in the past, like this person is reminding you of a past experience, or you're assuming they're one kind of archetype, like, oh, they're F-boy, F-girl, da-da. we have, it is safe for you to love. So with all that being said, Spirit is still here with you saying like, you know, this is a safe person to love. So I feel like both of you are unaware of why you were really put in each other's path. I feel like both of you are being surprised and shown by the universe right now that there's something more going on here. And Spirit is like, listen, you didn't even bring you two together. This was really the universe is doing. Like, this is kind of bigger than you maybe knew. But express your love says go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So Spirit is, you know, pushing you towards opening up to this person. And honestly, it's like, why wait for something to turn into a missed connection when we do have the ability to just have the breakthrough, have the conversation, keep pushing. Even if you guys got to a point where you were talking very normally and now it's like both of you aren't talking, Spirit's like, still be the first person to say something like, what are we going to wait all summer? What are we going to wait like for this person and what? Have a revelation? Like, they need to be doused with the holy water. Like, they need to come to, they have their own demons, but all you could do is control what you do, you know? Heart-to-heart conversation says, honestly discuss your romantic feelings with each other. I feel like you're receiving a lot of synchronicity around this person. I feel like you're getting a lot of signs from the universe. It feels like you're being pushed towards each other. I feel like you're feeling that as well, where it's like, yeah, you can feel that the universe is really trying to show you like there's something significant going on here, and to continue to pay attention, continue to breathe life and feed into the situation, this relationship, continue to try, really. Forgiving and learning says, as you release and heal from the past, you experience more love in the present moments. We talked about that. It is safe for you to love says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, which of course is love. And Spirit is saying like, this is not at all as dangerous as it feels or as you may think. And then we have attraction at the bottom of the deck, and then we had engagement under that. So you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully is what this one says. And with engagement under that, I feel like that's a huge sign for potential, like very, very good potential between the two of you. And Spirit's saying, listen, the more you're enjoying this moment, the more you're allowing yourself to just do what feels right in the moment, the better the outcome. This actually happened to me before. It was such a freaky experience. I was having a lunch with someone and I had been avoiding this lunch for so long, and I finally had a lunch with them because we needed to hash some things out. We needed to talk. And when I got there, the vibes were so good. And I had made up in my mind, like, I don't want to talk to this person. This is going to be the worst. And I went there, and at first I was being a little bitchy because I was just like, in my little, like, I don't want to trust you mood. I'm not trying to open up to you mood. But I felt open. As soon as I walked in there, I didn't have any anxiety. I felt open. I felt good vibes. So after a while, I was like, okay, let me stop, like, putting on this show. Let me just honor how I'm feeling in the moment. And I feel okay. I feel fine. I feel like it's safe to be real and vulnerable in this conversation. And the conversation went very, very well. It was so healing. And we should have had it a whole lot sooner because there was like a good 2 months where we really should have met and talked about things that we didn't. And that was another 2 months that I was going back and forth, you know, in my head about this, mad about this situation, conflicted. And it's like, I didn't even have to go through that 2 months of suffering if I would have just. So anyways, I say all that to say, allow yourself to feel how you feel in the moment. Even if you were mad before, allow yourself to be not mad in the present. You know, if you don't feel naturally mad, like, don't feel the need to put on a front or pretend to be, or to make yourself, you know, be mad all over again about stuff you're not naturally mad about anymore. Allow yourself to let it go. Spirit for group 2. Wow, we got the release baggage card. We got stop being bossy. Oh my goodness, there's a lot going on here. I'm looking at these other cards. Okay, we have release baggage and stop being bossy. So Spirit is like, okay, it's just time. It's time to hash it out, time to move forward, time to talk again, time to have a conversation, time to get out of this awkward energy, whatever it is, specifically for you and your situation. For all of you, it's not anger or negative emotions. It's just that maybe you haven't spoken to this person for a while. It could even be a lack of confidence. I just saw 808 on the camera. And 808 is typically an angel number of really, being in your power and in alignment. So I feel like you may even be fighting against like your natural alignment at this time by holding this as your feeling. Like if you're not mad anymore, or even if it's just a matter of, things are awkward and you're not talking, or ego, or wanting them to, or not wanting to, allow yourself to be free. We have manifesto and crazy for love. Manifesto is like someone really laying it all out on the table and being real about their undying love, being real about their real affections. Like if you really like this person, allow yourself to tell them. This person could be coming up in the near future as well. I wish I would have said that towards the beginning of the reading. But this can be someone who's coming in the near future as well, and Spirit's kind of showing you how everything is going to go down. So be mindful of that, so that once things get awkward, or once you experience a lull or a shift in energy, you don't allow yourself to be triggered all the way to a past version of yourself and like disengage. If you're aware of it, then you can avoid all the negative things that come with those feelings. We have jealousy and too tough, which is interesting. Also, I would say stop sharing details of this connection with other people, to be honest. Like unless it's a reader or like a really close friend, like someone who needs to know the details, I wouldn't just be telling people, because with this jealousy energy, you may struggle with your friends always liking people that you liked, or people being jealous of you, so they want to get in the way of any source of happiness or what you have going on. There may be some jealousy, like maybe a third party kind of stirred the pot and made things awkward between the two of you as well. And we have the too tough card. So I feel like it's too tough to try to build on your current foundation. I really feel like it's time to just have a do-over and start over with new energy. And Spirit is calling you to initiate that, to be honest. And then we have the Be Honest card. I feel like this is really the problem. We have the Happy and Content card. You guys are dangerous. You're dangerous because you really are happy and content by yourself. And I feel like that's what's keeping you from moving forward, because it's like, okay, like, yeah, this is maybe an unsavory outcome, but at the end of the day, at least I'm not going through drama, going through hell, in a relationship. So at least I'm not, experiencing major stress. So it's okay if I just kind of allow this situation to fizzle out. And Spirit is like, be honest though. Like, do you want to allow it to fizzle out? Do you still feel something towards this person? If you don't, okay, fine. But if you do, even if it takes a while for you to really, be honest about that or admit it, like, you should give that a chance. You deserve to. Your future self deserves to have the experiences that you would have with this person, even though your present self is content with your routine now. Your future self really shouldn't miss out on, everything that will come with leaning into this connection. So we have put a ring on it and show love. Spirit is clearly saying show your interest, and I feel like this person really is going to match your energy, but this seems to be a connection that is kind of like fizzled out for whatever reason, and Spirit is telling you to spin the block. We have the 8 of Staffs in reverse and the 9 of Staffs. You guys may be used to a lot of passion. You may not like that this person is a slow burn, that this person takes a while to be engaged. It's like for 3 positive experiences, you get 1 positive reaction. And it's like, damn, you may feel like you're putting in work or you're doing the most to make this person happy, and they're just like going so slow. But I feel like, that's not a reason not to proceed. We have the Devil in reverse. So Spirit is saying this energy that you're experiencing, 8 of Staffs in reverse with the 9 of Staffs, is not the result of some BS. It's just like, that's how they are. There's a reason behind it. It's not like, you know. Oh, look at the Lovers card peeking out. Oh my God, the Lovers wants to come out. Spirit for group 2. Temperance in reverse. Yeah, I feel like hashing it out. I feel like that's an energy of like, even if the conversation is uncomfortable, like, let's have the conversation though. 4 of Staffs in reverse. Yeah, Spirit is saying it doesn't have to be this way. So I feel like also just generally being honest with this person. If they do something that offends you or, you know, that you don't like, don't be afraid to speak up. I don't know what's going on. I want to do like a collective throat chakra unblocking ritual because so many people are blocked in their throat. It feels like, ugh, I see it all the time. And it's like, you don't want to do too much. Like, communication issues are such a huge thing. And it's crazy when you see the other side of things like this, because 7 of Pentacles in reverse, Spirit is saying like, it doesn't have to be this difficult. It doesn't have to be a huge burden. There doesn't have to be beef. Going back to my same example I was using before, like, it doesn't have to be 2 months of like, you know how when you're by yourself and you think of like situations, I'm good for that. I do that all the time. When I'm by myself, I think about situations and then I have my little narrative and I be getting turned up. I be like, nah, because I should have said, but I would have been too much. Right? It would have been too much if I said that, because then it would have been, I'm good for that. It's like, it doesn't have to be 2 months or however long of these scenarios and what you would have said and should have said or da 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 da, how you really feel, like when you could just hash it. Let's see what else Spirit has to say. Let me pull from somewhere else. We do have the 10 of Swords here. Which I feel like is a good thing for this situation, because it's like, okay, stick a fork in it. We're done. We're done. 10 of Swords. What did I say? 10 of Pentacles? I meant to say 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords. We're done. It's over. Let's renew. Let's move forward. Let's start over. We did get that too tough energy before too, where Spirit was like, listen, we can't start something new on a, you know, broken, shoddy foundation. It's better to just start over. And I feel like Spirit is really calling you to ask yourself what you want at this time, because I also feel like that's important, because there may be very real reasons why you avoid this person, why you don't want to talk to them. Maybe you saw a really ugly side of them and you don't know if you should proceed with this person because you don't know if you should get hurt. This would be a good time to connect with Spirit to ask for some revelation about that. And this would also be a good time to ask yourself just singularly, you know, without anyone else's opinion, like, do you feel like, you know, you want this person? Because if you don't, then I would do some, you know, I would do a cord cutting or, you know, a coffin spell, something to really end this situation. I do manifestation candles and custom work on my Etsy. So I can always help you out with that, but this would be a good time for some of that, because if you're just like flat out like, I don't want to be bothered with none of it, let's banish it then. Get it up out of here. We have freedom and virtue. Freedom says you are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. And that's crazy, because I feel that too. I feel like that will be a huge obstacle that you will overcome with this connection, because there's definitely some strong, like, it feels like childhood school trauma, and I keep hearing specifically middle school. And then I just heard 5th grade. So for some of you, maybe it started in 5th grade. For some of you, it was middle school, but I feel like someone was like, you know, really picked on. And this, you know, relationship has been triggering you, making you feel like that version of yourself. And that's like, that it's bigger than this, you know, it's not about this person at that point. It's like, no, there's years and trauma and all sorts of people that have, you know, kind of created this feeling within you of doubt. So it's bigger than this. So yeah, I definitely feel like Spirit had some purpose and intention with linking you with this person, because no matter how uncomfortable it is, I feel like we just keep getting brought back to these like big lessons and big things that spirit wants you to be able to like overcome and break free from. Not even lessons, but like, you know, spirit wants you to have a breakthrough. Spirit wants you to let that go, that past pain. And it can be done through this person. We have virtue. It says, you acknowledge your loving and spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. So I feel like you want to help. And if you do have a desire to help, but not be with this person, I feel like it's best case scenario. If you do have anything that you could give to this person, I feel like that would be a beautiful way to get closure on this situation, by giving them something like a conversation where you really tell them like, listen, I'm not going to be able to move forward with you, but I'm still going to have this manifesto. I'm still going to have this closure, this conversation where I tell you why I can't be with you. Is there something that really did keep you from being with them? Let them know. Make them aware of that. Pop that bubble so that they don't have to miss out on love moving forward. I just feel like that would be a beautiful way to get some closure. You can feel good. They can, you know, gain something, and you can still, you know, dip if you're not trying to be with them. But we have priorities and purpose. Priority says you understand the paramount importance of manifesting love in all situations. So even if this has to come to an end, doesn't mean it has to be ugly. And even further, Spirit is saying, like, you know, connect with your priorities and decide if this is something that you want to take on, because your priority really should be yourself. So if it's not making you feel good, it really shouldn't be something you're engaged in, even if it's to help another person. And then purpose says you possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. So I feel like a lot of people look up to you and will look up to you as you like go forward in life. You may even gain like a following over the years. And I feel like Spirit is trying to tap you into purpose. And if this person isn't in alignment, they got to get gone. And that's just period. That's just where you're at in your life right now. So yeah, that's what I got for you, group 2. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the yellow geode, this is your reading. We are going to see, oh my goodness, we got the 10 of Cups and the 2 of Cups as we cut the deck. Very romantic energy, very happy energy, divine meeting, soulmate energy. Fabulous. I love that. All right, well, we are going to see who is craving your love and affection. Who is craving your attention right now, Spirit? This is for group 3. Show us for group 3. Who is craving their love and attention? Yeah, and I was getting this energy of patience right away. And now I'm starting to feel like you guys are really kind of running out of patience. And that's the biggest obstacle when it comes to you getting with this person. I'm getting an energy of you getting sideswiped, group 3. And what I mean by that is I see you're so close to actually connecting with that 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups energy that we started with. But you may be, you know, in a place of impatience or in a place of frustration, and it may cause you to end up connecting with another person and getting sideswiped, where it's like now you're in a connection you were never supposed to be in, either because of a decision you make, you know, being impatient, or allowing another person to come through. Like if someone else comes in sooner, but you know, they're a joke, like, you know, you're not in alignment with them at all. There could be an energy of you actually connecting with that person because of impatience. Hold on, I have this jacket on. I need to take it off. It's hot. It is safe for you to love. It says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And then we got let go of control issues. The let go of control issues says, allow this situation to unfold naturally. So there is definitely an energy of spirit trying to keep you on track, trying to keep you from really sideswiping yourself. Some of you guys may be obsessed with manifestation at this time, or just wanting things to come in sooner, wanting things to come in right now. And it seems like spirit's already got, you know, your next boo picked out, but they're gonna take a little time to manifest. And some of you guys may get in the way of that. So we have to pay attention to the red flags and trust. Spirit is really trying to get you to hold out. If you hold out, group 3, you're going to align yourself with best case scenario. You're going to align yourself with 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups energy, soulmate energy, and long-term, long-lasting relationship worth waiting for type of energy. The situation is calling for you to have faith, is what it says at the bottom of trust. Pay attention to the red flag, says the signs are cautioning you. So there's an energy of maybe you're even getting signs and signals where spirit is telling you like, it's already coming, it's already coming, it's already coming. And, you know, that's just frustrating you and making you want to manifest more. So, you know, try to pay attention to those details and be real about, you know, where you're at in your journey. And if you're pushing things along, or if you're being patient, this is a really good time to throw yourself into, like, you know, some other things like side projects and things like that. We got heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. And I can't help but to look at these angels in the background. I'm getting 2 different energies with that. Some of you, spirit is telling you to communicate with spirit, like communicate with spirit, your higher self, the higher power, your angels, your guides, your ancestors. Let them know, give them their briefing, let them know what you're, you know, working on at this time. Get everyone on the same accord. Let them know what it is that, you know, you're wanting for your life. Work on, you know, strengthening that connection. That'll really help you. And some of you, listen, this is for a few of you. There is a heart-to-heart conversation that needs to happen because you're fighting on opening yourself up to new love or not. For some of you, that's what this battle is about. It's like you want to open yourself up to new love, but you low-key want someone else that you already know to be craving your love and affection right now. And Spirit is saying, we got to have a breakthrough with that situation. In order for them to be the person that's, you know, craving your love and affection. So I feel like this is a really good time. Spirit's really, you know, calling you towards checking in with yourself. We got very soon. Very soon says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So again, you know, maybe it's yourself you need to have a conversation and a check-in with. I used to do this like ritual every few months, every 6 months. A lot, especially when I was single, especially before I got into a relationship, or my last serious relationship, where I would literally like talk to myself and write a letter like, dear spirit, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm trying to manifest. I used to check in with myself as well and be clear about, okay, what is it we're letting in? And that also saved me a lot of heartache because there was yahoos coming at me left and right when I was in a vulnerable place after I got in a long-term relationship. And oh my goodness, if I didn't know what I was wanting for the next phase of my life, like I would have allowed some people to come in just because they were fine. And that would have been a hot mess. Okay, and then we have this could be the one. So I feel like you're aligning yourself to manifest something in serious, something in long lasting. And it's just about, you know, being clear with spirit, with yourself and the whole gang, you know, the ancestors, the spiritual team. And that's it. Spirit for group 3, who is craving their love and affection right now? Who is craving their attention? We got to get off your high horse. So there's a lot of eyes on you right now. You have multiple people craving your love and affection. I feel like heavy on the attention part though. So many people just want to glance in your direction. And you may not even like really make eye contact with people like that anymore because you saw your effect on people and how, you know, one glance would be a week's worth of you know, fulfillment for them before they had to try to get your attention again. Like, and you may have been like, nah, if you want some of my energy, you're going to have to talk to me in person. You're going to have to be vulnerable, all of that. You may have had to crack down on the most simplest of, you know, interactions so people weren't energy harvesting and using you to support their reality or their delusions in their head. Yeah, we got secret admirer too. So I feel like there is a lot of watchful eyes around you, group 3. And it feels like there's a lot of onlookers. So this would be like people at the gym, or, you know, some of these people, you know, I don't feel like the question is who's craving your love and affection and attention, because I feel like you know that. I feel like you can tell that there's a lot of people trying to get your attention, your focus, your whatever. And I feel like on one hand, you're not giving it for some of you because your heart is low-key still kind of loyal to this person you need to have this heart-to-heart with. For some of you, it's because you know internally, like, I'm not clear on what I want. I don't want to give myself to anyone yet, because you know, like, subconsciously that you haven't addressed what it is that you're wanting, or you haven't come to terms with, like, whether or not you're truly ready. We have manifesto, jealousy, and abundance of love. Interesting. You know what? There's a lot of chatter that goes around about you, but not a lot that gets to you. It may get to you, but like from a close friend. Like, there's like this energy of people, it's like because they can't talk to you directly, they may make up rumors. You know, I've had that happen as well, where people have just completely misread me. And then it's like, once we're finally able to have a conversation, they're like, oh, you're so sweet. Like, I thought you were da 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 da. And I'm like, I'm all those things as well. But not right now, though. You're right. I'm sweet. Yeah, just see me as sweet and innocent. That's how I like it. Anyways, we got jealousy, manifesto. I feel like a lot of people are talking about you and what you have going on right now. It looks like some sort of level up or some sort of money you may have come into. Like, if you just recently stepped into a new title, a lot of people are talking about that. If you got a new car, new apartment, if you moved, or even if you dropped off the grid, Spirit is saying for some of you. Just the fact that you're not trying to be super involved and talk to everybody and be all up in everybody's face is enough for them to start, you know, coming up with rumors about you. So I feel like there's a lot of swirling energy around you. To be honest, you seem conceited or arrogant. We have get off your high horse, and then we also have the too tough card coming out. So people are having a hard time talking to you. And if that's not something that you want to portray, again, I feel like it's a good idea to work on that. I feel like it's a good idea to see, like, okay, how can I come across as more approachable to people? Because this may even get in your way of friendships. This may make it harder for you to get jobs. Like, this just may make it harder for you to live life if people are really perceiving you like a totally different way than you are. Because people are afraid to approach you. I like keep trying to tap into, okay, who's craving your love and affection, but it doesn't feel like you've really let anyone close enough to you to really crave your like love and affection besides this person, for some of you who have a heart-to-heart conversation that needs to happen. For most of you, it's just onlookers. It's like there isn't enough interaction between the two of you for them to really come up in this spread as a significant energy that's really showing up as anything. Because it's like you don't let this person, they can't even speak to you. Like, for some of you, like yeah, and we have the finding common ground card that just fell into my lap. So I feel like Spirit is saying, ooh, long-term relationship at the bottom of the deck. Nice. Spirit is saying, like, you can align yourself with a long-term relationship, but to be honest, it is looking like people are totally misreading you right now. You may be a little crossed up. I got that energy heavy for group 1, if you felt called to group 1 as well. But that would be like for very few of you, like just energetically, you may be crossed up. So you would benefit from doing like a clearing ritual or a clearing candle right now. I sell candles on my Etsy shop, so you already know I can help you. But you can do it yourself as well. Some sort of clearing ritual or like uncrossing, road opener work. would be beneficial. Spirit. So we have the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So Ace of Swords is like no action, no communication. And then also Three of Pentacles in reverse, not working with Spirit. Spirit's like, pick a struggle, please, group 3. Are you going to not communicate and go the spiritual route? Or are you going to go the communication, action-oriented route and, you know, chill on the spirituality? Or do you want to do both? But this is kind of like, okay, you're putting yourself in a position where you're kind of stuck because it's like Ace of Swords in reverse. People don't feel like they can communicate with you necessarily or really take action towards you, or you may be unclear about what it is that you're wanting. So you're feeling like you want love, but you may be putting out a totally different energy. Or Three of Pentacles in reverse, not trusting in the divine plan. I feel like it's also a little bit of a lack of clarity with the Moon card in reverse. And just needing to get clear and like write things down or get serious about it. Some of you have been called to get serious about it for however long, whatever that means for you. Some of you, that's a lifestyle change. So you're aligning yourself with better partners. Some of you, you've gotten a message that you'll, you know, find love once you're in a different space career-wise or when you're stepping into purpose. So it's just about taking that leap, stepping into mission, moving forward in your life in terms of like wherever Spirit is calling you to. Maybe for some of you, it's saving the turtles. Maybe for some of you, it's environmentalism. Maybe for some of you, it's speaking up for people who don't have a voice or people who don't speak up for themselves. For some of you, maybe it's literally just like, it could be anything. But for some of you, you already know what it is. Spirit's been calling you to do something, whether it's the clearing and cleansing, whether it's, you know, writing things down and getting clear. Spirit may have already been kind of, you know, trying to get you to do this. And it's just about, all right, let's get it done. Let's do this work. It's like that. It's like when you write a list of all the things you have to do for the day. And you have like those 2 things left that you really don't want to do. And you have to literally psych yourself out to get to do it. That's the energy you're kind of in, where it's like everything else that you could pretty much do has been done. And you're like, I tried meditation. I tried this. And it's like, you're absolutely right. But you haven't checked off the last couple of things on that, you know, that list. So let's finish the job. Some of you, you're out of energy. And if that's the case, I would definitely say, fine, focus on your mental health. Take this time to retreat, go into hermit mode a little bit and, you know, take things slower rather than sooner. We have the Hierophant as well. So it lets me know, like, group 3 ain't no dummy. Like, group 3, you're locked in. You're locked in. Like, you may like to say, oh my God, I'm so confused. Like, no, you're locked in. Like, I feel like you're the type that may like play like you don't really know what's going on, but you know everybody's tea. Or you can see through everybody and people think like, oh, you're one kind of way. Some of you may allow people to believe that because it, you know, works in your favor. It's like, okay, people can, you know, they won't come to me with the BS, but the day they do, they mess around and find out. But yeah, with that Hierophant and the King of Cups, I feel like you're very much so in control. You're actually showing up as the King of Cups and you're a masculine polarity of the Cups energy. So you're definitely more in your head. And with the Hierophant, I feel like you've been through life experiences and you've seen like high levels of success and things manifest to the point where, you know, you're feeling like, I don't need to work with the higher power. I don't need to take any action. I'm so valuable. Everything should come to me. And I feel like that's true, but not in too literal of a way. Spirit, can you show us the energy? So basically what I get for you guys, oh my God, I feel like Spirit really wouldn't give it to us today. Who is craving your love and affection? I get secret admirers, but no one's coming up significant enough to really tell us like, oh, like what's going to happen? Because I don't really see anything happening to be real. It's like, okay, if we don't address like whatever it is that's repelling people, whether it's we're not communicating properly or being open to for people to communicate with us, whether it's not working with the higher power, not making sure you're doing your spiritual upkeep, you know, cleansing your energy and also, you know, connecting with your ancestors, your guides, all of that, doing that spiritual work. For some of you, it's that. But I feel like there's a lot of onlookers, but no one significant coming up in the spread today, really. For some of you, there was a heart-to-heart conversations energy, and Spirit really only acknowledged that to confirm, like, yes, this conversation needs to be had. But Spirit didn't, position this reading and show us that they were the person that is really craving your love and affection and attention. So I feel like even that situation has some blocks in it. So you would definitely benefit from getting your energy cleared at this time. But I do want to see, Spirit, can you show us the energy of these people craving their love and affection? Can we at least get a little, ego boost? Can we gas them up a little bit at the end of this? Like, show us who is feeling them. We have the storyteller and the king. Oh no, honey. You are sitting in the energy of the people you want to attract, yeah. You showing up the same way as they are. Somebody help. So, Lord, fix it. The king, enlightened, benevolent leadership benefiting those in your charge. So the people who want you are also the people that it's kind of like you're showing up in the same energy. Like, you're showing up really in your head. So it's like, yeah, in a way you are, magnetizing, people towards you, but not in a way where you can benefit from those polarities. Like, a good thing about the traditional masculine and feminine polarity is there are clear, like, lines in the sand. So it's like, that the other polarity is going to pick up where the other person does. But it just feels like a power struggle, or people not able to get close to you because you're showing up in a way that they're kind of showing up, or that you want them to show up. It's almost like you're treating yourself how you want someone to treat you, and it's blocking off anyone, from being able to come in and do that job, for you. And then we have the storyteller. It says the ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. So Spirit wants you with someone who has things to share, to offer to the conversation, who can give you perspective, who can talk you off the hill, who can really communicate really well with you. Communication is very important. You guys may have a throat chakra block. And it may even be a result of a past relationship, not being able to express yourself in that relationship, or societal conditioning making you feel like you don't have a voice, whether you're marginalized or you're someone who, doesn't feel protected or, heard. It could be something like that. And Spirit does want you to be with someone who's open and a storyteller, someone who can communicate with you, someone who also has their own, like, Hierophant life experiences that they can add to the table. But there definitely needs to be an opening up of this energy for it to show up more significant. So yeah, that's what I got for us today, group 3. My Etsy shop is in the description if you'd like a private tarot reading or any of my other magical offerings. That is where you can find me. But that is what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 4 with the green geode, this is your reading. We're using the Gilded Tarot Royale for you today, and we are going to see who is craving your love, affection, who is craving your attention. Spirit, this is for group 4. Group 4 with the green stone. Show us who is craving their love, their affection, their attention right now. Okay, so the codependency card is the first card that came out, and it did come out right away. So let's see if anything else comes up about this. There is someone very much so in your energy. We have had multiple people come up in multiple piles today, so I wouldn't be surprised if you got another energy coming through. But right away, group 4, this energy is so strong and powerful. There is someone who has a very strong attachment to you. And it does feel a little leechy. Not leechy in the sense that they take everything from you, but like leechy in the sense that they kind of refuse to let you go a little bit. I mean, that's what codependency is all about. You're very codependent on this person and they're very codependent on you. As much as you've been butting heads, not seeing eye to eye, misunderstanding each other, having drama, both of you very much so live for it. It seems like both of you very much so need it and like to have that attention. Even if it's a bit negative at first, you love to feel like, you know, this person cares, or this could, you know, energy is fluid. This could be all on their end. We have the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It's giving drama. It's giving like high emotions. It's giving like we love to be stimulated as much as we can at once. Codependency says addictions are affecting your romantic life. Heart-to-heart conversations says honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So Spirit is saying right away, like the person who's craving your love and affection and attention right now, you know exactly who that is. It is someone you're very, you know, codependent over in a lot of ways. You may think about this person nonstop. And I feel like the energy is very much so mutual. I feel like they think about you nonstop as well. Always trying to see like, okay, what can I do to get your attention? What can I do to, you know, make you come out of your shell and come to me? Oh, yeah. I love this. Okay, we got the separation card. So you may be in separation with that person, but look at this. Okay, we got calling in your soulmate and stay optimistic about your love life. So Spirit is like, listen, hold my magic wand. I'm not going to let you down. Like, listen, you can have this connection going on, but trust, we can really manifest something beautiful this summer. We can manifest something gorgeous. Like, we can really turn this thing all around and really be up under someone else, like her. So we'll talk about that too. But separation says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So someone, you know, this person is showing up right away, very much so in your energy, super strongly, right out the gate. Someone you're very codependent over, or someone who's very codependent when it comes to you. But someone you may be in separation with right now. I just heard break. This person may be literally on a break, like on a break at work. What was the other thing? Spirit was telling me something else. Spirit was saying this could also be, what was it? I forgot what it was. Was it energetically? It was something like that. Spirit was saying this could also be talking about another way to interpret this energy. And I literally lost it. Sorry, it'll come back. Okay, let's talk about this. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Stay optimistic about your love life, says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So this would be an amazing time to make yourself a subliminal. It says affirmations on there, to write some new affirmations and hang them up around your home. This would be a good time to pray or to communicate to the higher power, whatever way you do that. Some people is through prayer, some people through singing, dancing, meditating, whatever way you like to, but also through visualization. So this would be a good time to create a vision board, or a really cool method for visualization is making like a Pinterest board with all the things that you want to see, all the things that you want to come in your life, okay? Whether that's, you know, husband, wife, you know, marriage, kids, a home, a car, any manifestations that you want. And look at that within the first 5 minutes of waking up and right before you're about to go to sleep. And that'll really help that be powered by that like dark matter force within us that's conscious. And that's a really good way to make sure it gets to your subconscious and your unconscious, your deeper levels, because those are where we manifest from, at the minimum, equally as much as the conscious brain. So, and that's, you know, they already got us outweighed because we're sitting in our conscious brain, which would be like, you know, 33%. Subconscious gets the other 33. Unconscious gets the other 33. And then we have children. It says your love life is being affected by children. I don't feel like that's going to be a problem for you. I feel like Spirit is saying make sure you mention that when it comes to your visualizing, or whether you're making a subliminal, whatever you're doing. Make sure you ask for someone who is specifically comfortable with kids if you have them. Or this could also be a sign of like emotional intelligence. Make sure you're asking for someone who is, intelligent. Try to be as detailed as possible in terms of like what it is that you want and need, especially if you're used to dealing with someone who you're codependent over. Those relationships notoriously kind of can feel a little childish or get a little shadowy because of that attachment. It's like it's going to bring you into that regressed state because it's like that attachment archetype concept, that kind of childlike, I need someone else. And that's what Spirit was saying. Spirit was saying this could also be how you see yourself due to this relationship. Like this could also be like a self-concept thing. Like maybe you're not codependent on them where it's like, I need to have, a positive conversation with them every day. Maybe you're codependent on them where they can change your mood. Like if they're in a bad mood, you're in a bad mood. Spirit was also saying that. That's what Spirit was saying like in the beginning. But we have lip service and let love in. Using your voice is going to be a very powerful manifestation tool for you right now. And Spirit is saying in the next 3 months, write Spirit a song or write a song and sing it out and let that be your call out to the universe. That's the same thing as putting your intention into a candle. Like only difference is, you're commanding the energy, with your voice, which is so much better because your vocal cords literally vibrate every time you speak, sending out the vibration, empowering your words to manifest for you. So if you got a voice, sing, okay? If you're a rapper, make you a rap and use that as your mantra, and it doesn't have to be something that you produce for everybody else. Like, when's the last time you made a song just for you? Like, it's your love, right? So why aren't you enjoying it outside of any other people? As an artist, you should have things that never see the light of day, never grace the ears or the eyes of the public. And that's what true artistry is about. It's about being an artist, and luckily you have this beautiful gift that you can share and make money off of. But this is also something that's supposed to feed you deeply. So let your craft feed you. Make sure you're eating off your craft. Not everything has to be for a post, or for consumption for other people. Like, make sure you're using your gift to manifest for you. But anyways, we have let love in. I hate that this seems to be a collective theme. You guys may be a little crossed up at this time. I was telling this really heavy to group 1. This would be a good time for you to do some uncrossing work, some road opener work, some clearing work. I sell manifestation candles and custom spell work on my Etsy shop, so you already know. I'm down to do it. I'm down to help you out. But this would be a good time to do that with the let love in. You may be a little crossed up, or there may be like a buildup of negative energy, especially if you don't, have any sort of spiritual cleansing or practice that, I do it every week. For me, I do not play about cleansing because I'm a Cancer. When I'm crossed up or when there's negative energy, I can really feel it. And because I'm so like ruled by my feelings, it really can make it debilitating for me to have any sort of productivity if the energy is off. So I have to keep up on my spiritual protection. But if you're someone who is like, okay, you can get by without it, still you want to, have some sort of normalcy and keep up with it. So it would be a good time to make sure you practice that spiritual energy. Yeah, we have or that spiritual protection and cleanse your energy. We have clean the clutter that came up as well. So that always comes up when there is some sort of block or something that needs to be cleared. And then we have focus on yourself. So Spirit is saying, listen, you got to put your oxygen mask on before you can put the kids on, your neighbors on, help anyone else. You can't help anyone else if you're not at full capacity. So you have to take care of your mental health. That's literally something I had to tell somebody last night. I was like, listen, I'm not going to be the version of you that you even want to experience unless I take care of me. So no, I'm not hanging out, and no, I don't feel bad about it. Move. That's just what it is after a certain point. It's just like, listen, I'm not talking with you about this all day. You're just going to have to get out the way. But we have released baggage and reunion. So interestingly enough, I do see you guys stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's clearly someone who keeps coming up here. So there's someone who wants to come through. And I feel like that's why Spirit was kind of like telling you like, listen, cleanse your energy, because this may be one of those times where it's like, okay, this is the person that comes up in the reading that you don't want to hear about. Like, this is one of those times where the person comes up that you're not trying to be tied up with. So Spirit is like, listen, yeah, there's someone who's very codependent on you. This person may have liked you for years for some of you. This person may have been someone you were in a relationship with, but it seems like you've accepted the separation. It seems like you're okay without them. So you're in a very interesting energy right now, because it's like on one end, you are okay to move forward, but you're still at a place where you can't confidently say it. For some of you, you like, I don't know, it's like it becomes too real if you say it out loud. Like some of you, yeah, you've let them go and you're actively moving forward. Your action is reflecting like, yes, I want to move forward and I want to manifest new love. But you still haven't like said it or acted on it. So now the more I'm getting deeper in your reading, it seems like Spirit is trying to get you to make a decision, because there is someone from the past that, craves your energy and affection, but it's not in a very romantic way where we're getting those messages like, oh, this is their narrative and this how they're feeling. It's more a matter of fact, like, yeah, Spirit saying like, yeah, this is the person craving your love and affection, but it's not real love and affection. It's like attachment. So we're not getting like those cutesy little details, And then there's this whole other thing right now that's going on where Spirit is like, listen, who's craving your love and affection and your attention? We can manifest that into your life right now. Like Spirit's like, listen, tell us what you want. And you are in a time right now where you can be in control of who does this. So Spirit's like, let us know who you want and we'll put that in your life. It feels like, that kind of thing. Regardless, we have you look good and guard your heart. So Spirit is saying like, time is going on. Time isn't slowing down. You're leveling up slowly but surely. You're making minor adjustments, but this is having a huge impact on how people see you. Like in the last year, you may have lost like 10 pounds. And that sounds like very small, like 10 pounds in a year. But that has been a product of you eating better, of you like, again, time is still moving on. So there's still things that you're doing and trying and adapting that are making minor and subtle changes. And these changes are adding up and you look good. Like you're in an attractive energy. Your mindset is leveling up. You're leveling up. And Spirit is like, there's this person trying to come through in this reunion energy, trying to stay attached to you. You're also slowly but surely gaining the attention of more and more people. This is not the energy you want to be unconscious in, because that means any old body can just slip their weaselly way in and end up, dealing with you. And by the time you realize, it's too late. So we have abundance of love and have a heart. Spirit is saying love is definitely in the air for you. And there's also, this connection with this person of the past who Spirit is, telling you to have a heart with and to be patient with, even if, you don't feel like it. Like, even if you feel like just telling this person straight up, like, listen, this is what it is. And, you don't want to be bothered with the conversation. This is one of those times where it really would benefit you to take the extra moment and be patient with them, explain things to them, make sure they get it so that, you can move forward and live your life. Spirit, what does group 4 need to know? Ooh, we got the Wheel of Fortune. That fell down. We got the Page of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. So Page of Swords, Spirit is saying if you take a risk, if you, decide like I'm going to move forward on a new beginning. Page of Swords, I'm going to tell Spirit what it is that I'm looking for. I'm going to take action towards it. I'm going to try. Like the wheel is really going to spin in your favor. And I feel like this is definitely talking about that. Calling in your soulmate, stay optimistic about your love life energy, because Spirit is saying it's not a matter of you not getting attention. You get attention. People look at you, whether it's low key. Don't allow people to confuse you or make you second guess yourself. Like, oh, were they checking me out? Yes, they were. And it's not a matter of you getting attention, but it's a matter of like, you finally landing someone where it's like, okay, it sticks. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. It's been hard for you to manifest the full package or something all the way through. And it could be from your own level of like spiritual intelligence. Like I said, the Children card, ooh, I dropped my water bottle. The Children card usually represents either an actual child or usually emotional intelligence, but this could be like a sign that Spirit is saying, okay, it's time for you to level up. Like, you know, you've been manifesting with the same things you've been doing, you know, since you were 15. It's time to level up, you know. Time has passed. We gotta step into, you know, a new era, a new energy. And that means more responsibility. You know, like when you first start a job, you start off as team member, but you've been promoted. You're not, you know, just the spiritual naive anymore. You know, you've had awakenings. You're much more conscious and aware. So Spirit is saying, you know, heavy is the head that wears the crown. It comes with more responsibility. Like team member gets told, okay, this is what we're working on today, whereas assistant manager is now telling team members what they're doing. And then manager is telling the assistant manager and directing things even further from a higher point of view. So Spirit's like, if you're 1-2 ascensions deep, baby, you're assistant manager, you're the manager now. So you tell your angels what we on and what we're doing. We can't just wait anymore to receive our direction for the day, because Page of Wands in reverse, you are no longer that naive version of yourself, or that unaware version of yourself, unevolved version of yourself that didn't have the ability to like have a real say in what's going on. We have the Six of Wands, which is kind of eerie how it's coming out sideways, because whenever the cards come out sideways, that Spirit saying really it could go either way. We have the potential for, you know, Six of Wands upright for you to really soar, take things to the next level, or Six of Wands in reverse for you to be stuck for a while longer. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Spirit is saying it's time to break the shackles and the chains that tie you to your old methods, your old life. I feel like a level up is directly related to how things are playing out for you right now. Like the level up really did, honestly, probably switch some things around with that Ace of Wands in reverse that came out before. The level up kind of probably changed what, I swear one of these cards flipped over. The level up probably changed what's being called of you at this time. Where it's like before it would have been fine to kind of wait, or that was the previous message you got. But that's why you got to update these messages. You know, as time goes on, things change. So you got to make sure you're up to date. You can't commit to, you know, one outcome. Yeah, we have duality that came up. So Spirit is really trying to get you to see the other side of things, and also to know that if you're going to be a whole being, that means sometimes you're going to have to be in your masculine energy. And some of you guys may finally like have surrendered to, like, you know, your soft girl era, your soft boy era, you know, just not having to always be in control all the time, not having to do everything. So you're like, Spirit, what is going on? Like, I'm enlightened. I'm a star. I'm enlightened. Like, I'm not supposed to be having to, you know, do things, put in work, or, you know, align myself like the commoners. But there's a duality to being a whole being. And I feel like that's one of the things Spirit is, you know, teaching you right now. And with that masculine energy, I feel like it has a lot to do with how you take action, how you're on top of things, and, you know, how you remain in control and responsible for what's going on, at least to a degree, from a co-creation perspective, doing your part. And yeah, that's what I got for you, Group 4. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon.